Hello and welcome back to Xbox On. It's Bex and Henry here with the latest batch of hot Game Passy goodness hitting the console, PC and Android libraries, starting today and into next week. You know the drill by now, make sure your Xbox Game Pass membership is good to go and prepare to top up your to-play pile.
There's no sense of freedom quite like the feeling of flight, and our first Game Pass edition delivers in a stylish way. The Falconeer pulls from the Panzer Dragoon playbook, guaranteeing dizzying aerial clashes across a stunningly realised archipelago of inhabited locales. As the name suggests, you'll be piloting, or maybe riding, enormous falcons that put Tolkien's great eagles to shame. They feel great to steer, with sharp turns and barrel rolls that help you evade projectiles, not to mention a big fat gun strapped on their back to return the favour to your enemies. There are plenty of side jobs to devote your time to, offering you cash to spend on upgrades and even purchasing better birds with stronger statistics and perks. In your downtime, you can soak in the views and the calmness of the crashing waves. Incredible really that this game was actually developed by a single person. This one's hitting the console, PC and Android library on the 4th of February. And speaking of console, you'll be treated to some brilliant Series X and S optimizations, such as support for 120Hz displays for the most fluidly feathered frames per second possible.
Well, this one looks like a fun game to chill to. That is, if your definition of relaxation involves sussing out which of your mates is actually a backstabbing snake that's hell-bent on leaving you for dead in a cold, harsh tundra. Well, is it? If so, then Project Winter might be right up your street when it hits Game Pass for PC, Android and console on February 4th. This is a social deduction game with a fresh lick of survival genre paint, making for a fairly unique experience that will test even the strongest of friendships. As a survivor, you'll need to complete various tasks to ensure you and your fellow teammates can call on a rescue vehicle to save the day. There's crafting to do, beasts to fend off and treachery afoot in the form of a small group of traitors. They'll be working against you in secrecy to foil your plans of escape. So it'll take some clever detective work to figure out who you can trust and who you'll need to put on ice. Cold.
There's a bit of a trend this week as we've got another pint-sized team of developers who have banded together to lovingly craft this next game. Meet Tilo, the musical minstrel mouse and star of Ghost of a Tale, an action RPG where the R surely stands for rodent. At such a small scale, the world around you becomes hyper-detailed, meaning that forests, dungeons and courtyards alike are teeming with gorgeous minutiae that build a perfect foundation for a medieval-themed escapade. The gameplay relies mainly on stealth, as you'd expect from our furry friend, scurrying from point to point to avoid the armour-clad rats that stand in your way. The cast of characters is vibrant and fun, each adding lore and backstory to help familiarise you with this fantasy world. So make sure to give it a try when it hits Game Pass for PC on February 4th.
Surely after watching Jurassic Park, we all wanted to set up our own dinosaur theme park, right? Maybe minus the T-Rex escaping part. Well, now you can, thanks to Jurassic World Evolution joining Xbox Game Pass on the 11th of February. Take control of the park and construct a dinosaur dream island with over 40 species to breed, look after, and genetically modify. The park's success is based on 3 divisions and how well you manage them by completing contracts. Build enclosures, name your own dinosaur creations, and keep your guests entertained with various amenities to make your park a success, while keeping escapee raptors to a minimum. Jurassic Park film icons like Jeff Goldblum himself will commentate on your progress, and honestly, what other reason do you need to play other than Jeffy telling you you've done a good job?
Joining the list of beloved Final Fantasy titles in the Game Pass library is Final Fantasy XII: The Zodiac Age. This HD remaster of a classic includes new and enhanced gameplay of the captivating story that follows 2 unlikely companions, Van, who lost his family in a devastating war, and Princess Ashe, who after Dalmasca was conquered by the Arcadian Empire, devotes her life to freeing the kingdom from the tyrannical empire. The fresh and improved gameplay of this remaster includes classic Final Fantasy hunts, battles and minigames to take on as you traverse the beautiful world of Ivalice. Enjoy that nostalgic soundtrack and meet unlikely friends to help you out along this epic adventure, also dropping on the 11th. What's next up, Bex?
How about a puzzle platformer that, despite the cloning theme, is entirely unique in its own right? Stealthing 2, a game of clones, puts you in the shoes of a rebellious, sphere-headed doppelganger who's decided that enough is enough, and it's time to break out of the dark test facility they were birthed in. Of course, it's not so simple, with hazards aplenty to sneak, jump and bounce around. Not to mention that you'll be attempting to save as many of your thousands of brethren as you possibly can along the way. Stealth Inc. 2 even packs in a level creator mode, meaning that the fun continues well past its 10-hour campaign. Download this one from 11th of February on console or play via game streaming on Android for some pocket-sized puzzling on the go.
The Wolfenstein games are great. Big muscular shooters with an inventively ridiculous arsenal and an enemy we can all agree deserves the hurt that you're about to rain on them. What more could you want? Well, how about 2-player co-op? And being able to play on your phone or tablet. That's exactly what you get with Wolfenstein Youngblood coming to cloud gaming on the 11th. And it's already on the PC and console libraries, meaning you can get a bit of old school couch co-op going without having to share a screen. Nice.
And if you haven't checked out the cloud-enabled library on your Android device recently, you absolutely should, because it's bursting with great games. And more of them are getting dedicated touch controls, so you don't even need to hook up a gamepad to play. Perfect for a quick spot of Donut County or Enter the Gungeon. Or taking amazing stories like What Remains of Edith Finch and Telltale's Walking Dead games with you on the go.
Alas, not all games can stay on Game Pass forever, so when you're planning what to play next, it might be worth considering the titles that are leaving soon. De Blob and Ninja Gaiden 2 will be departing the console library on the 15th of February, along with World of Horror over on PC, so make sure to give them a try. And if you decide that they are something you want to keep playing, remember you can save up to 20% if you snap them up before they leave the service.
We'll be back with another selection of new Game Pass editions as soon as they're announced, as well as the usual deals, news and early access to brand new games. So subscribe and ring that notification bell to never miss a video. See you next time. Bye!